right, so here's a patch that I just was working on the Matriarch. Here I've got this is a utility. What I'm doing is I'm taking the wave form, basically the audio, out of the second oscillator, and I'm running it into this utility, which is basically just an attenuator. So I've just got the slightest amount of that signal that I'm then sending over into the cutoff of the filter here. So that's basically adjusting this knob at an audio rate. So it's like spinning this knob like, probably about 600 times per second. Just a tiny little bit. And that's what this attenuator is doing for me, is just like adjusting the size of that amplitude of that waveform to just like a very, very little bit. So it's not a dramatic turn, but it's just a slight little shake of the filter cutoff. So that's cool. But then I wanted to be able to modulate that effect with an envelope. So the effect of this oscillator changing the filter cutoff, I wanted it to, have a slope. So what I did is I took the filter envelope, the envelope out here, and I've got like a pretty quick attack, fairly short decay and release, minor bit of sustain. And that's running into this other attenuator down here. So it's adjusting the shape of the output. And again, the output is what's coming out of the envelope. And it's sending that into the other utility, which is adjusting the amount of the waveform being sent into the cutoff. I don't know if that's making much sense. I don't think I explained it very well. But the effect is this and then importantly, the second oscillator is synced to the first oscillator. And the only one we're going to listen to is the first one. Well, I've actually added a little bit of, this is the mixer. Oscillators 2, 3, and 4 are both, one's a square wave, one's a triangle wave, down an octave, just to give it a little bit of harmonic interest. So it's a monophonic patch. It's like all the oscillators are working together, but we're not listening to 2 because it's just synced to 1 and is just in charge of modulating the filter cutoff. Anyway, here's what it sounds like. I didn't mention that I do have some delay, built-in analog bucket brigade delay here as well. So anyway, that's a little bit longer than I wanted this to be, but I wanted to try to explain this kind of cool patch that I just worked on the Matriarch. Peace.